everybody, I wanted to do a quick update on things that we're growing. We started our seeds inside of the shop and we made this little grow house, greenhouse, whatever you want to call it. And all we did was take a metal wire shelf, it's 4 shelves, and we got the insulation, the kind that is reflective. And this is what we used inside of the shipping container to insulate it. We had some left over and we used it in here because we knew it was going to bounce the light off and keep everything, you know, decently warm. It's cold out in the shop. Sometimes it's colder in the shop than it is outside. We got these, oh, there's a spider web in here. I love spiders. We got these lights for 20 to 30 bucks on Amazon. And yeah, it's really hard to see them. Another red, blue, yellow, and white, and they're really hard to look at. As soon as I close this, your eyes like have to adjust. But we got 4 of them. We put 1 on each shelf, and it seems to be distributing the light because the plant's growing. So the big trays were the ones that we did first. We did those the first week of March, and those are actually ready to be going outside. All of our lettuce, let's see, I'll show you what we got. We got kale, this is our basil, some more basil. The lavender has not popped up yet and I don't know if it will. Chives, artichokes, I have to read this one. Broccoli, cauliflower. This was the, oh yeah, butter lettuce, summer lettuce, dill, green onions. These are snap peas, beets, and romaine. So those are all doing great and they are ready to actually go outside. But we had a problem with the garden, which I'll show you in a second. The second round of plantings I did was actually 5 days ago. And look at these little buggers. So we got, this is our cucumbers, our cherry tomatoes. We got New Girl tomatoes, big beef tomatoes. Look, they're so cute. Grape tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, yellow squash, zucchini. So those are our second round of plantings. And the first batch is ready to go out because we need to plant our 3rd round and some of our succession plantings, which means we will have vegetables longer because we'll plant some first and then we'll wait a couple weeks and plant again. So we should have, you know, good vegetables throughout the summer and the fall. What it looks like closed up. Nothing fancy, just put a piece on the front, put some duct tape, made a little duct tape hinge so you can open and close it. And this is my planting chart. So it will tell me what it is, when it needs to start indoors, when I can transplant it outdoors, or some of them just went straight outside, so I didn't have to do them in here, so it tells me when I can put them straight outside, and then a succession list. And all I did for that was just read the packets. I read the packets on the seed packets, and just went from there. That's what I did. So what our issue is that it's time for the lettuce and the winter crops, or fall and winter crops, to go out. My grandma planted her strawberries and the deer got to them. So we have, I know I say so a lot, I'm sorry, I just do. We have beautiful property and we back up to some forest and there's deer, and I didn't think they were gonna be a problem, but I've noticing that a lot of the other neighbors have fencing, and I kind of thought we were gonna have to do it. And the biggest bummer is that it wasn't on our to-do list. I love putting things on my to-do list so I can cross it off, and this wasn't on our to-do list, so it was such a bummer. So David and I were out here yesterday and we worked all day and we got the deer fence done. See it? It looks invisible. You can kind of see it there. It is the mesh kind of black netting. So you can see this. So this is 7 feet high. Now, I know that some of you are gonna comment and say, but deer can jump 8 feet. I know that. if it becomes a problem, we will put some type of electrical fence type thing coming off each of the prongs and just do a strip all the way around. But for now, this will help. And we, in the bottom, they sell these pins, which we need to get more, but you stake them into the ground so that, I mean, bunnies can probably get under there, but I'm gonna go get some more. Anyway, it's to try and help keep the bunnies out as well. So this is the garden, and the strawberries were down this row. I got munched, so Nani transplanted them and moved them. I have planted some of the seeds into the ground, and I haven't seen any come up yet, but what is coming up, which is exciting, is our asparagus, which we've never planted before. I don't know if you can see them in there. You can kind of see the stalks in there. They're poking up. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little, oh, 6, 7, 8, 9 little stalks of asparagus coming through. The biggest problem we've had with this garden so far is this was all grass. We scraped the grass, we tilled it, but the roots of this grass system, they run deep. And we did not have enough time to tarp the garden prior to prepping it. We got too late of a start. We moved in November, we didn't have enough time. We are tarping off this section because this was really bad, and this is where pumpkins are going. So we're just gonna tarp it for a little bit, and then I'll plant pumpkins soon. They might just be a little bit later. But we have to be really proactive, and David's been out here pretty much every day, and if he sees grass or weeds, he's out there and he's digging it up. And it's not gonna be a fun summer. I'm really not looking forward to the amount of weeding and grassing we're gonna have to do. But after this season, we're gonna tarp it and hopefully kill off anything else. We also have a like blowtorch type thing, fire weeder or whatever, that we can use on the grass. But once things start popping up, it's just gonna be really hard. So we're probably gonna be out here a lot. Oh, and I forgot to show you. This is where the door is going to be. Here, I'll turn it around. I'm going to put a header over the top and then just make like a really easy, just kind of screen door that you can pull open. And I'm thinking, since we need tools out here, maybe attaching some type of hooks on these posts so we can have tools. I also like the idea of having buckets out here in case we want to weed, or there's sometimes rocks out here. We put the wood chips down the rows, but turns out in order to suppress weeds, it needs to be 8 inches thick, and this is like, I don't know, 1/2 inch. So we need more wood chips. Fortunately, I am on wood chip wait lists. People, I mean, they give them away for free. And we got this dump truck full of wood chips for free relatively quickly. And then I emailed them back and was like, hey, I need more wood chips. And they never responded. And so I emailed some more, never responded. And then I emailed another guy and he goes, oh, well, due to permaculture being very popular now, we are really low on wood chips. So everybody caught on to permaculture or the back to Eden method, and now everybody's doing it. And so now I can't get any wood chips, and I guarantee they're gonna start charging them because they are valuable, and they'll probably do that. So I'm on a wood chip drop wait list, and basically whenever they have them, if you're on the list and they're nearby, they'll just drop them at your house. They won't even let you know. So I don't know, do they drop it on your driveway? Are they courteous? I put in there, could I please put down a drop cloth, or what are those called? Tarp. But it says you can't request anything, so I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this is the garden area, hopefully keeping out critters. It's pretty taut, it's pretty tight. Well, not that one, obviously. But it's pretty bouncy. So hopefully, who knows? All I know is I was just so afraid to plant all of our tiny little lettuces and crops and then deer come through here and just eat them, because that's where they live. They're there. We've seen them. Anyway, that's the garden update. Sorry that was long. Just had to share.